The essence of Survivor is simple. Bring real people from across all walks of life and throw them head first into the elements of nature. But here in Maryland, our Survivor brings something a little different. Over 4 seasons, nearly 80 college students have engaged in what might be the most brutal game of them all. Despite living in physical comfort, they've gone through 3 full months of mental torture.
I shouldn't be crying over a stupid game.
The results of these struggles have led to some of the most dynamic and intense games of Survivor ever created. Now, 20 students have decided to give this crazy game another shot. Some came inches away from victory, while others need total redemption for disappointing outcomes. But to play this game another time, you better believe that all these contestants are dying to come out on top.
I was the last person out before the final travel. It really sucked because as you go more into the game, you get more and more and more invested in it. But it's a new day. Last time I thought of it in terms of, I guess, kind of like chess, and every piece has certain moves that it can make, and there's no human element to it. But that's just not the case. You need to learn to play the human element. I think that's the most important thing. So hopefully I get a chance to fix that.
You ready for this? I think it was good that I played the way I did last season because I can vouch for myself and say, like, I wasn't backstabbing people. Like, I played a very honest game last season. So people will think, oh, I can trust Shannon. She's very loyal. Like, she's a good person to trust. That's not true this game. I'm 100% like, I want to win this. So I gotta do what I gotta do. There's some people that would be really hard for me to write their name down, but if it means keeping myself in here longer, that's why I'm here.
I get there, nobody's there. I'm like, crap. Everyone's probably already started the game. There's probably some twist that I'm already missing out on. The paranoia started to set in, which is one of my strengths and weaknesses. So I'm checking under everything that could be closed. Season 1 ended in disaster and heartbreak for me. A lot of my allies got picked off, so it was do or die. It was win challenges and find idols to survive, and that's what I did. I won 5 straight challenges, and I searched all night for these idols, and I ended up finding both of them. Looking for idols is definitely one of my strategies. The problem is, it's a big campus, and I don't even know where to start, but I'll definitely have an idol in my hand before I get voted out.
Season 3 was definitely a roller coaster.
So you're willing to give up the thing you fought so hard to ruin our friendship over? Or maybe it wasn't ever real?
It was very challenging emotionally, physically, and I want to, have a different ending to my Survivor game. Slowly as the season went on, as I became more comfortable in the game, I was more willing to make big decisions.
Hello, Victoria.
And I think I just want to see how strong of a player I am when I'm in this kind of stage, when everyone is there to play.
I can't run to save my life.
It hasn't even been 5 minutes of Rita's down!
Go to the gym or something.
Last week, for the fun of it, I decided to go for a running hike, and I could only run about 10 minutes before my lungs thought they were gonna die. And so, yeah, I think that we're A-okay as long as there's no running challenges. I'm so excited to be back. It's my time to shine in the sun and show that I'm here to play Survivor and I'm here to win and make up for everything that happened last season.
Now we can do something about it, because Steve and Chris are the type of assholes we're going to be up against our entire life.
I think I've been attributed all-star status because I'm not someone who takes people's shit, and I don't really care if you think I'm weird. So I'm going to be either myself or even weirder than I usually am.
Look, Bill still has a flip phone, okay? Exactly!
People know what the time investment Survivor is. No one's going to come back just for fun. Literally every person is here because they want to win. And I don't want someone like fucking Steve Sleesman winning again. Steve is just like some average, boring Joe. Who gives a shit about Steve? I want someone interesting to win. And I'm the most interesting.
last time I played, I think I learned that it's really important to have relationships with people. I think that was a huge reason why I made it so far, but I feel like watching my season over, it kind of seemed like I didn't do anything.
I don't know, like I think I played more of like a social and like mental game, I guess you could say. Like,
I want to be able to articulate what I've done better, which was definitely not my strong suit last season. I think I have a lot to prove. I want people to respect what I'm doing and not notice it at the time when I'm doing, but I want them to look back and be like, damn, Nicole did a really good job. Again.
I'm one of the most competitive people on this earth. I, at Tribal, announced that my dog had died, and we pulled off probably the best blindside that has ever happened on Survivor Maryland.
13th person to ever Survivor Maryland outback. Connor. Tribal spoken. That literally defied my mind.
But away from the arrogance, the cockiness, the competitiveness, Survivor has become part of my life. When I was 12 years old, I lost my mom, one of the most influential people in my life, and I feel that I really have proven myself to be a survivor in more ways than one. Survivor is one of the things in my life that gets my adrenaline going, gets my heart going, but as bad as I want it, doesn't mean it's just going to be given to me. I still have to go out there and earn this shit.
These players will compete against the best of the best, but only one will become Maryland's ultimate all-star. 89 days, 20 people, 1 survivor.
I walk up into the arena. I look around, and there's all past seasons, the history of Maryland Survivor coming out from the dwellings of the ground. You know, I'm pretty pumped to be playing again. I love Survivor. It was pretty epic, honestly, walking in. Like, this is big, this is happening. This is a completely different game than all the other 4 seasons.
All right, welcome to Survivor Maryland All-Stars. Yeah! I have been very excited for this. If you look around, this is best of the best, really. Yeah. Siona, you don't think so?
No, I just thought it was funny.
Okay. Every single one of you lost the game in some way. And one of you is guaranteed to be the winner this season. That's cool, right?
That's
one of you who lost is going to win.
17 of us are guaranteed to lose.
Yeah. Well, actually, that would be 19 of us. Yeah. Let's start. We're grouped by seasons, so we got the most recent season, Guts and Glory. Let's hear it. Let's hear for them. Season 3, Terrapin Trials. Let's hear for them. Woo! Holly, what do you think of the group you see around from season 3? Anyone missing?
I'm a little surprised Luca didn't come back, but
Season 2, Maryland Outback. Let's hear it. Ryan, what do you think of this group?
Survivor Maryland Outback was the best season. I think we had the best cast. We had the most expressive people. We had the biggest range of personalities. It was just the perfect mix. And now I feel like we took a pretty eclectic pocket of those people and threw it into an ocean of randos.
I think that there's a lot of strong-minded, strong-willed people in this group, and I think we're gonna have a show.
I think season 4, they're almost novice. They don't understand how much we strategized. I don't think that they played the game as hard as we did. There may be a few hidden gems in there, but I think at the end of the day, season 2 has the potential to knock out almost all of season 4 pretty early in the game.
And last but not least, from season 1, Survivor La Plata Island, we got Jordan Schubel. Schubel, how does it feel to be the only person without at least 6 people?
I'm really excited about my season. We got a bunch of strong players over here.
Yeah? So who's your closest ally in season 1?
I don't trust anybody on this side.
All right. Are you guys ready to find out your tribes?
yes.
Woo! All right. The first thing I'm going to need is we're going to have 2 sides you guys are going to sort yourselves into. If you think you're a hero, come over here. If you think you're a villain, based on how you played or whatever you think, go over there. So just separate it, separate it.
Which one's which? Which side's which?
This is villain, that's hero.
I don't know what's either. Okay, fine.
Last time when I went back and watched the seasons, like I know I have a strong personality, but I didn't realize it was that strong, and I just really didn't like the way I came off. And that was a couple years ago, and now I went abroad, I came back, and like to think I'm different now, so I think I want to revamp my reputation with everyone else.
Look at all these like noble people.
You guys are all filled with bullshit.
I think I've had a long enough break from most people, so I think I'm just gonna relax, and like I don't have any beef with anyone. Like the 2 biggest people I had beef with last time was Siona and Chris Compton. Like Siona and I are like she and I don't run in the same circles, you know, so I wouldn't have a reason to.
Ashley, why do you think you're a villain?
You know, you get girls like Ashley Roach, which, I mean, come on, it's Ashley. I'm not going to go into why I don't like Ashley. I just don't. And I think a lot of it is irrational. I don't think that she's a bad person or anything.
We've got Siona. You're over on the villain side. Why are you on the villain side?
Because I'm mean.
I just had like a strong distaste for her, and she's also just like kind of generally rude for no good reason.
All right, let's think about this for a second. All these heroes, these are all people who see themselves as the likable ones, that are the underdogs, whatever.
I like how Chris is here.
Chris Thomas put himself as a hero, and he was, from what I saw of his gameplay, you know, he wasn't the most liked character. He definitely tried to make some big moves, and you know, he kind of failed because he left pretty early. But just his personality also, I definitely saw him as kind of an asshole, kind of douchey. I more expected him to even put himself as a villain, acknowledge that, and the fact that he didn't kind of pissed me off.
Yeah, Chris Thomas.
Oh, Chris Thomas in the heroes. He looks like he's pretty solid there. What do you think? I think it fits.
The whole hero villain thing was just kind of to mess with him. But I would like to say I've changed from being a sophomore to a senior. That's what engineering does for you. No frat anymore. Frats are stupid. Don't join frat kids.
Ashley said she thinks all the villains are calling bullshit.
Oh.
The last time I was just like, I'm gonna do whatever I want. If I get voted out, who cares? Whereas now I actually really want to win. So I'm willing to tone it down a little bit. Just a little bit though. Still keep it entertaining.
Well, let's see what these tribes are like. I'm gonna give you guys, I have some shirts packaged. The blue tribe is gonna meet over here. Orange tribe is gonna meet over there, all right?
Your shirt. Small.
All right, 3, 2, 1, open. Go to your side.
Hey, look, Tom, Lawrence is over here. Oh, it's boys versus girls.
Suddenly, like, we're all opening our packages and like everyone's moving. Like, I stay on my side because I'm like, yeah, I'm a hero, blah blah blah. But it starts to click, like it's girls on one side and it's guys on the other, and it was I immediately got pumped. I was like, yes, this is happening. We're gonna kick the boys' butts. This is going to be an amazing season.
Alright, we got it, ladies.
I was sort of upset that Eric wasn't in my tribe, but I'm fine with that. He can get out on his own terms for all I care. Otherwise, if he's still in by the merger, I'm getting his butt out.
All right, let's take a look at our tribes. On the blue tribe, Siona, Ashley, Sabrina, Rebecca, Nicole, Michelle, Holly, Shannon, Victoria, and Sierra. Orange tribe, Micah, Brandon, Alex, Eric, Chris, Evan, Ryan, Shubal, Alex, and Chris. So let's hear it for your two tribes.
Yeah!
We're gonna let you go with a name. We also have Buff.
Yay!
All right, guys, tribe. Here you go. Two Buffs.
Whoa, wait, is this how the tribes are split? What? And I was like, wow, there are a lot of like really big guys here, which is like a little intimidating. But I was excited. I was with Evan. We still trust each other. Like, I know that he trusts me and I trust him. So it's always good to have like somebody who's like right off the bat, you know, is going to be an ally.
I'm just saying we go over these as like stuff because like that.
Oh my god.
That's my thing, but
I'll show up wearing these. Yeah, I'm not gonna. No.
Oh my god. I like, don't have anything to hold it up.
I have to be honest, my heart sank. If you would have talked to season 2 Siona, she would have been so excited. But All-Star Siona was very weary.
Wait, can we do names quickly because I don't know everyone's names?
Yeah.
So I'm Siona. I'm season 2 senior.
I came in with the idea of how I was going to play the game, and I just assumed I was going to have Ryan on my tribe. Because me and Ryan are good players together, but we're not necessarily good players apart.
I'm Michelle, junior, last season.
Nicole, season 2 senior.
But I was really glad to be on the same tribe as Michelle and Shannon and Nicole. I think they're all really strong players.
No, you look so cute.
Michelle, awesome. She's a great friend of mine. I'm really looking forward to playing the game with her more. Nicole, as we've seen, she knows how to work a game. She knows how to work it to her advantage. Shannon is just like a kick-ass person, so I think that translates well as a player.
Wait, do you look at me? Do I look okay?
Yeah, you look fine.
But I've heard sneaky things about Victoria and Sabrina, so I'm reluctant to form an alliance with them or trust them in any way, shape, or form.
You do look a tiny bit bald, but it works for you.
So there is another twist that will affect this gameplay. All right, it's gonna give you a lot to think about. Everyone in this game from both tribes will have a secret pair with someone on the opposite tribe. So one girl and one guy will have a pair. You're not gonna get to choose, it's gonna be random. The last pair standing will get a reward. In a bit, we're gonna have all of the girls pick a name out of this bag. Once you have that name, it is up to the girls to give that information to their partner. If they choose not to talk to their partner, that's their call, all right? But there's an incentive for both the guy and the girl to work together. Here's the reward. If you are the last pair standing, you get max, both you and your partner, 2 rounds of immunity, 2 tribals of safety, okay? It's a lot.
When I heard about the secret pairs, I was like, well, I don't know how I feel about this. It's kind of cool, but when you hear that you can get 2 immunities or like 2 rounds of advantages, I mean, whoa.
That immunity power is valid through the final 7. So if you get someone out at the final 8, then you get a round of immunity at final 7 and an advantage in the final 6 immunity challenge. If you split them up at the final 7, you get immunity at the final 6 tribal. That's all, okay? And if you get it at the final 6 tribal, so at the last pair, you get an advantage in the final 5 challenge. That's all, okay? but there's a potential for a lot of rewards, and that's very deep in the game. So there's a big reason to work with your partner, but it's going to conflict with what you're doing on your tribes, what you're doing, throughout the game. Okay, so this is all stuff you have to weigh.
I like the pairs twist. I'm a fan. It's a good switch up. There's not really anybody I don't want to work with on the girl side. So whoever's my partner, I just want her to somehow reach out to me and let me know, and I'll change my gameplay.
Shoot.
Will you tell us how many pairs are left in the game? Or
No.
Will you tell us when they're all gone?
I will only tell you when they're all gone.
Forces these people to adapt their game. You can't always choose who you're going to play with now. You might be forced to play with somebody if you want that immunity, and there's nothing more important than immunity in this game.
Hey guys, this is Austin, the host. I just wanted to jump in really quickly because I explained this a little bit more in depth with the players, but I didn't record all of it. So I just want to give you a few big ideas to take away, but remember, this will be further explained as we go through the season. It will make sense to you, don't worry. But the big ideas: there's a guy and a girl from opposite sides. Only the girl will know who their partner is. You're going to see them pick in the next minute when we get back to the show. The girl will get a picture of the slip with the guy's name on it. It's like a vote with her name on it also. That's her proof to show to a guy. So they can't lie directly to a guy if the guy is not their partner and say they're their partner. They have to have the proof, the receipts. When it comes to splitting up the pair, there are two people in the pair. If one of them gets voted out, the pair loses. We're looking for the last pair fully intact, both people still in the game. If they get it by the final 9 tribal, they get 2 full rounds of immunity. Those are like individual immunity necklaces. They can't be given away. Those people would still compete in the challenge. After that, the power is diminished. You can hear what I said. I will also post the rules. So those are the big things to know. If you have more questions, ask me in the comments, but it will make sense as it goes. Don't worry. Just know that they're trying to eliminate all the other partners. Okay, cool. Back to the show. All right, anyone want to go first? All right, Victoria.
The pairs twist was something that I was not expecting because the reward is just so extremely awesome that I didn't think that'd be even an option to be considered. But I was the first girl to pick, and I was really excited to see who I'd get. But as soon as I picked Chris Thomas out of the bag, immediately I was like, there's no fucking way. Maybe I'm not putting in the effort to get to know him, but from all of my interactions with him in the past, he's not someone who I want to go very far in the game at all. If I get the reward, so does he. And although I do want that for myself, I don't want him to get it. And so ultimately, I'll use the information to the best of my ability. But other than that, I'm not going to try to fulfill it and get the reward of immunity, unfortunately.
Who was he? Oh, I was already mean to that kid.
I hope it's either Shannon or Victoria because I don't know her at all, and that kind of forces us to work together. But unfortunately, I think my partner is Sienna because all the guys were just like talking, I guess like getting to know each other, whatever. Me, I was just sitting by myself and I was just watching the girls to see where they looked. And Sienna just happened to stare at me in the eyes for like 5 seconds after she picked. So, really unfortunate.
Shannon. I'm looking with you. Okay, you got it?
Yeah. I pulled Eric, and I was actually really freaking excited because Eric is Chris's roommate, and I spend a lot of time hanging out, like watching shows and stuff with Chris. So I'm like, cool, like this could be like a bonding thing for us. Obviously, if they live together, they're gonna have some sort of relationship in the game, and then I can just like squiggle into that, and that could be something really cool down the line.
Yeah. I got Brandon as my partner, who orchestrated my elimination last season. So I wasn't quite overjoyed with that pairing, but I mean the tides are definitely changing, the alliances are definitely changing this season, so I would like to work with him again, and I would tell him that he's my partner.
Yeah.
Next.
You keep that? Yeah.
just face this way?
Yeah.
I think it's a great idea. And, you know, obviously at some point there has to be, or I guess there doesn't have to be, but in my head there's going to be a tribe swap. And then that's when the pairs twist is really going to come in handy, because that automatically gives every girl some sort of an alliance to a boy. So here's Shubal, and I was like, this guy seems like such a goofball. So I'm actually pretty excited that he's my secret partner whenever I get around to figuring out how I'm going to break it to him.
Okay.
Got it?
Of course.
There's a lot to chew on strategically, a lot to chew on socially, meeting people, getting to know everybody. We're going to give you some time to spend with your tribe. Come up with a tribe name. One more thing. There are 2 small pendants hidden in this area. All right?
Of course there are.
These pendants will keep you safe for the first tribal council that you go to. All right? There's one per tribe. You can't have both. You'll know what they are. The tiger one, that's for the girls' tribe. There's a tooth one, that is for the guys' tribe. If you find the one for the other team, you can give it to someone. You don't have to give it publicly. You can slip it to them. But when we meet back here for the challenge, we will figure out who has them, if anybody has them. But it's up to you. That safety can be huge for the first vote. They are in this vicinity. You can choose what you want to do in this time. We're going to give you a lot of time. That's all I got.
Go.
Go.
Do we have to? It's not, it's like, secret idol, go, and then everyone just like, and just starts running. You know, if Shannon's like full on, like, go, 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 she's like running, she's like ducking under things, looking for this idol, like keeps running around the perimeter. And then I'm over here like, Survivor's intense, man. Austin, how did you drag me back into this? There goes my life the next semester.
I, look around, see what everyone else is going to do. Everyone starts looking. I'm like, good. I'm glad everyone's looking because I'm going to find this.
Yeah, it could be by the table.
I looked under the table. I see Chris Thomas, and he was telling me how he was a lone wolf, and how I'm a lone wolf too, because I am. I have nobody really, and he was saying, he kind of burnt some bridges. So I'm like, you know what? Let's make this a team effort. You scan this half, and I'll scan the other half. Right when he turns around, I go down and pick up this black rock. And I see this little black string. And I'm like, oh yes. Oh yes. Something tigers for the girls, tooth for the guys, whatever. I just put it in my pocket. But no, I was lucky. It was the tooth. Protecting my ass.
Austin, what does the guys one look like?
I think the best way to use this now is to solidify an alliance. So I go to Chris LeComp first, because Chris LeComp obviously wants to be the ringleader. Why not let him? And then I saw Chris Thomas walking all by himself. We were talking earlier about the lone wolf, so I'm like, okay, I gotta tell Chris. So I told Chris Thomas, and I showed it to him. So then I went over and I saw Evan and Alex standing together. So I went over to them, and I'm like, they'd be good people. I told them about it.
Well, I feel like I should tell the rest of the tribe too. I mean, I just want to be this person. Yeah.
My brother played with Shubal, and Shubal decided to let Nick find a fake idol that he hid in place of the real one and not tell him it was fake. And then when Nick tried to play the idol to save himself, he unfortunately jumped off a building without a net.
I told the other people to make sure we know.
I would joke like, fuck you, Shubal, you stab my brother in the back, but really, he seems to be one of those more level-headed, more capable guys. So I think he could be a good person to work with, and he chose to share it with me and Evan. So I could see myself working with him in the future. I just need to not trust any of his idols.
I think I should tell the rest of you. I don't want to be like,
every little thing you can, you have to use to your advantage in Survivor. This is All-Stars. You can't just lollygag, oh, I found an idol, I'm safe this week. No, you have to plan out weeks and weeks in advance. What you do now affects the rest of your gameplay.
Break it down.
I thought the pair twist was a great idea. It was really awesome to get Ryan as my partner because we were going to pretty much like tell each other everything anyway, and now like we have a reason to actually like stick together. And Ryan's funny.
So I'm kicking through the pebbles, whatever. I see Nicole Senti come up to me and she walks by and she says, "I'm your pair." And I was like, oh my god, there's no way.
So hard.
Like, wow, that is actually extremely strategic for me, and I'm not going to tell a single soul that she's my partner.
Some of you know who have seen the second season. I always vote out first, and I don't know if that is a good thing or a bad thing for other players to have seen, but I'm really hoping it doesn't happen again. That would kind of just suck, and I would probably hate Austin forever. But I'm really hoping to find it.
I'm Eric from season 3. I know most of y'all probably didn't like me in my season, but I'm back. Thank God. I definitely want another shot at winning. I think I can do it. I think it was Rebecca. She was literally just looked right in that same area I did, and like I was like looking at like a little crack or something, like pulled it out. I didn't even look at it right away. I just put it right in my pocket, walked away, pulled it out, saw it was like the tiger or wolf or whatever, and I was like, damn it. I might just announce it. What I've learned from last time was it's like good early on to get all the power, all the numbers behind you, like what I did when I basically cemented my power in my tribe. But in the long game, it's not good because I came into the merge as a huge target.
You need the tiger, yeah.
Okay, it's like wrapped up like that?
Yeah. It's a tiger. It's not ours.
I was looking for a package. Oh, you found
I found yours.
So interesting.
You probably should not be like.
Oh, I already told them. I don't give a fuck, dude.
Alright, I mean, you found it. Your partner. You found it. You do you. Yeah, I mean, definitely hold on to it. Give it to your partner.
I tried to downplay it as much as possible when I found it. You know, I think I told everyone on my tribe that I found the girls one. Season 2 and season 3, like our seasons are out. Like people can watch it. They know how we play, which is why I'm trying to really seem like I'm not gonna play as villainously this time.
Is there a water fountain?
Yeah. Chris is a fucking douche.
Yeah, grab your water.
Yeah, if anyone needs to go to the bathroom, come with us.
Any girls want to trade?
We took a try bathroom break and they didn't ask me to come.
Yeah, I looked at the next door, I look up and like everyone's gone, I keep forward.
It's a really good sign for us. I look up and it's all orange shirts. There were no blue shirts in the little arena. And I walked up to one of the boys and they're like, oh yeah, they all went to the bathroom. And didn't ask me to come with them.
What's your guys' tribe name?
The three of us haven't decided anything. Considering
Just
that our tribe kind of left us.
Wait, I didn't really?
Yeah.
That's scary. Fun time.
Think?
Are you okay with that?
No. Victoria and Sierra and I were the only ones not included in the bathroom trip. And I know I had some previous feelings towards Victoria, but like the lines were like kind of drawn right there. Like we see where we sit right now.
So who exactly went on this?
Everyone except for us.
And Sierra.
It's a good sign. All the girls I felt like already had a really close friend on our tribe. Like Ashley and Rebecca are best friends. I saw Siona and Michelle whispering all the time. So I felt like I was kind of an outsider immediately. I think she's friendly with Rebecca. They seem very friendly. Victoria took me out last time and I was like, it's fine, like it's just Survivor, no hard feelings. But being back in the Survivor atmosphere, it kind of brought back some, like not anger, but like bad memories and feelings. But I think I can work with her for now, just because there really isn't another option for me. I have to build from the bottom.
We see where we stand.
Yeah, we do.
Does anyone know? SoFlo Antonio. Yeah. Fuck that dude. Fuck that dude. I hate him.
Being around
in a group of all guys is not my strong suit.
I'm trying to take orange and make it sound more festive.
At first I was like, yeah, cool. And then like the second instinct was like, yeah, how am I going to navigate this? Because there's just so much testosterone in like one like small pocket area that I'm like, ooh, I need to act more manly.
That's literally like the Lord of the Rings orcs, but like,
Meh. Game of Thrones. Meh. Like Lord of the Rings. And the girls were like having like a chat in a group. And I was like, that is a social game, friends.
Are you seeing it here? You know what you're doing yet? I actually got.
I had at some point thought that my strategy going in would be to try and lay low and to keep the target off me, keep the blood off my hands, keep the conversation to a minimum, but I just immediately noticed that with the all-guy dynamic and the fact that I have people on this all-guys tribe, I don't think it's a good strategy to sit back on a tribe of 10 guys and not speak with everyone.
We're gonna go for it. Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
We're supposed to be getting a tribe name. Everyone's like, oh, dude, go for it, man. I'm like, guys. So I write it down. They're like, oh yeah, that's like cool, we'll go with it. Then like, you know, it just seems like I'm the one kind of being the most vocal. So who knows if that was the right thing for me to do or the wrong thing, but that's what I did.
What do you put it on? Have you seen that? I mean, that's Uruguay.
I was like being dumb, pretending like I didn't know how to spell Uruguay because I'm trying to make people laugh. I obviously know how to spell Uruguay. And I don't know, it just seemed like everyone was kind of looking around like, wow, we're literally going to be 10 guys on a tribe and have to vote each other out at some point.
Read it to me in fast.
Alright, so we'll pick a new language.
Furiosa? Like, what's wrong with that?
I'm just trying to Furiosa.
So I know a lot of the girls already on my tribe, which is not at all what happened last season. I didn't know anyone on my tribe starting out last season.
Did we just say Aquafina? Not water.
Aquafina.
That could be a thing. Because we're blue. Jasani.
Yeah. Jasani.
Oh.
I definitely want to side with Shannon. We got along really well after I was eliminated for some reason. Victoria knows how I played last season, which might be an advantage for me since she like probably thinks I suck, but that's not how it's going to play out this season, so that'll be interesting. But when we went into the bathroom, it was me, Nicole, Shannon, and Siona. I mean, I think from there we like have formed that alliance already just because we were separated in the bathroom and we were already speaking. So that's going to be an alliance I hope to work with.
Alright, we got Team Furiosa, we got Yurikai, I'll also call you guys versus girls. Are you guys ready to get to your first immunity challenge? Alright, here's what you're playing for.
Reveal. I'm not ready. Jeff, let's face.
This guy is solar powered, so he lights up. Okay. He also has the power of immunity, so he will keep you safe for the vote. We're not playing for anything else today, no idle clues. We're just playing for immunity. You guys want to be safe for the first vote. I know you guys want to win this one. Before we get to that, who found the 2 pendants? Okay, we got Shubal with 1. Shubal you found the men's tribe one? Yurikai? Okay, see? And then Eric, you found the tiger one. Who are you going to give that to?
That's Tuesday.
Yeah.
No cousin. I don't know. Yeah, can I just like chunk this?
I'm going for that.
You literally threw it. Alright.
Without even thinking at all, I just like took off sprinting after it and I was like, oh, I'm going for it. And I didn't know if there was anyone behind me or if that's what I was supposed to be doing or what. I just went for it because I knew in the back of my mind that if I got that, then I would have accomplished my goal and not being the first one out.
That was great. Alrighty, we have our first storyline. Rebecca, this time, will not be the first person voted out of the game.
Good.
Alright.
I guess I just wanted to play again to redeem myself to have a good time, but also because my little brother is so obsessed with the regular show, but also that I was going to do All-Stars, and I don't know, I just kind of want to make my little brother proud, and he would really enjoy watching this, you know, show all his new little freshman friends at Tulane that look at my big sister and look what she's doing.
We're gonna get to the challenge. Let me explain it to you. It's going to call upon things from past seasons. We're gonna start off. Season 2, we have specialty, some stale chicken fingers. Woo! 2 people doing them, 3 per person. The 8 of your other tribe members are going to be tied together. As soon as the chicken tenders are done, you're gonna run and collect 9 bags of dominoes. Put your 9 bags in those hula hoops. You cannot steal from the other tribe's hula hoop. After you do that, 2 pairs of 2 on your tribe are going to walk over the balance beam, balancing a ball on a plank. That is from season 4. After that, this is from season 1, season 3, everybody's had dominoes. Set up the dominoes on a plank, it needs to fall off the end of the plank. First try to do that wins immunity, is safe from the vote. All right, we're gonna give you guys a minute to strategize and then we'll get started, okay? For immunity, for the first tribal council. Survivors ready. Go! Fiona starting off with the eating. Ryan starting off for Yurikai.
These are foul.
Yeah, you're totally ahead. Your head's Ryan's gonna throw up.
Siona flying through this. She's already a chicken tender and a half through. Taking an early lead on Ryan. We know that's a rivalry. Siona's struggling late.
Fuck you, I'm not struggling.
Come on, break it up, break it up.
Siona's good. Furiosa taking an early lead. Sabrina now starting on the chicken tenders. Ryan still got one left, and Sabrina is housing these. Ryan working on the last one, trying to give Eric a shot to catch up.
Let's go, Sabrina.
Good. Ryan's good. Eric's starting. Eric takes a big bite to start off. Needs to catch up. Sabrina finishing up. Sabrina's good. Furiosa's moving on collecting bags. Working together as a unit. They've got 1 bag. Very good communication from the girls' tribe. Eric's still working on the chicken tenders. He's still got a lot to go. Victoria's got one. They gotta put them in.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, we're good.
Girls are good. Girls moving on. Shannon and Michelle starting off. They did this challenge in their first season. Shannon going. And that one falls. Going with the speed strategy. You got a big lead to work with. Eric is still on the chicken tenders. Michelle going on. Goes up to the tape, but she makes a nice save.
2 more steps. 1 more step and you're on the finger rip. 1 more step.
Shannon hits the middle. Oh, but it drops. Still a big lead to work with. Guys tribe still waiting for Eric to finish. A huge deficit. They're down by about 4 minutes.
All right, guys, good.
Guys tribe now going. They gotta find the bag the other way now.
That first one. 1, 2 over our left. Go to the left of the hole, left of the hole.
Now Holly going. They just gotta get 2 pairs through.
I'm pivoting. Right here. Go. Alex is leading. Got it. Hey, 4 here. I got it. A little bit more.
Guys are working together well.
There we go.
I'm ready to go. You guys want to try?
You're my hero.
Oh, you got it.
Oh, they dropped it right in the middle.
Okay, come on, back.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Guys are good. Guys are moving on.
Carlos, back off if you're not going.
It's gonna be a log jam here. Here comes Shannon and Michelle. They look like they're getting a little bit of the hang of it. Guys tribe gets a turn. Evan and Alex giving it a shot.
Call it out. Where it is.
Nocatella, hey. What up, old driving?
Alex and Brandon, nope. Now Michelle's going, but Shannon can't keep her balance.
Why don't you guys switch?
Fiona says a comment.
She's gonna do all day.
That's really bad gameplay.
Just keep it. You can move your plate. No, that doesn't work. That doesn't work at all.
Guys are going again.
Better have sideways feet or
Next one, careful. Slow, you got slow. You drop it. You get that.
Shannon and Michelle gotta go. Somebody's gonna figure this one out, but you gotta take your time. You just need one breakthrough. Michelle's perfected that first step.
One more step. Right there it is. Right there, right behind it. Oh, that's a good idea. No, you're good though. That's
Shannon on the second cinder block.
nice.
This could be it.
Alright, nice. Balance it. There you go.
Calm down. Shannon's got it.
We run.
You got it. The ball's got to stay. It can't fall off. Oh! Crisis averted for the guys.
Okay. We're getting closer.
Alex is off. Shannon and Michelle looking to finally get it. Take your time. You've got it down. Shannon and Michelle, both from Dust and Glory. That's gonna work, Chris.
Down. You have like 2 more steps. And now step up.
It's on the cinder block. Gotta get another one. Another pair. A celebration ensues. You gotta get another pair through, but it's a big breakthrough for the girls. Nicole, Senti, and Ashley, both season 2 alums, working together. Looks like people working together from the seasons on these. Alex on the cinder blocks.
Other way. Left foot.
Nice save there. Barely saves the feet. Alex can get backwards. Ooh, great save there.
Next one. Up.
Evan and Alex, a lot of wobble. Can they keep it going? Gotta keep it going. Evan's gotta get through.
Slow though, he's gonna go down. You can back up. Go slow. Go.
Guys shot gets one through. We are tied at 1-1. Just like that, we are even. We're about 20 minutes into this segment. 2 teams got it. Can't find the third. Victoria and Sabrina giving it a shot. This could be huge for Furiosa. A lot of progress, it's on the right. Sabrina stepping on the cinder block. Don't let it get to the tape. They're getting very close here. Guys, you can go. Victoria on the step, she steps down. If they can get this through, they'll finish this part of the challenge.
Go.
They got it. Come on, take your plank.
Oh, take the plank, sorry.
Guys need to hurry up and pick it up, or they might lose this challenge. Sierra's got plenty of dominoes. She's going tight together. Just needs to not knock them over. Keep steady. Girls can feel this one.
You got it. Take your time. They're not even close.
Sierra is doing a really good job with the dominoes. Guys gotta hurry. They're getting frustrated. Can they pick it back up and get in this? They drop it. Sierra is getting close to the end. A few dominoes away. Eric and Chris can't get it. Sierra knocks them down. We're still in this. Just at the end. Can't get it. She's got to restart.
At least you know they were like
Apocalypse. Chris and Eric, you still have a shot. Anything can happen in dominoes. Here comes Shubal and Alex trying to go farther. They're making a little bit of progress. They need to get it really on this go to have a shot. Sierra's back at the halfway point.
Sarah, that blue one's too far away from the other one.
Chris trying his time-old strategy. Off the dirt.
Off the dirt.
Shannon getting right in Chris Thomas's face.
Don't think about it.
Girls are close to the win, but the guys are close to making this a challenge. We saw what happened at the end last time. There's still hope. If Shubal and Alex can finish this. Shubal is right at the end. Sierra drops it again. Guys, they can get back in this. They can get this one. Guys are moving on. We have a challenge. Everybody off the dirt. Everybody off the dirt. Micah trying to catch up. Victoria's taking over the dominoes. This could be an unbelievable comeback. It's an even race just like that. Victoria going with the horizontal strategy to end. Careful with the table. Micah and Victoria close. Victoria with a little shake there. That purple one almost fell. She's getting close. She's got to fill it in. Micah's getting close to the end. This is a really even battle.
Is it good? Is it good? Is it good? Is it good?
Victoria's gonna give it a go. Victoria goes. Stop. We have, hold on, stop. We are gonna review the video.
Is it the ground or off?
It's the ground. It's the ground. We have reviewed the tape extensively on multiple devices. It is very close, but we do feel confident in awarding a winner to the best of our ability. The winner of immunity for the first round is the girls' tribe. Alright. Well, hold it out, guys. What can I say? You came about 1,000th of a second short. I mean, it was like an inch of a domino. For this vote, Shubal, you cannot be voted out. You do have the pendant. Girls try, congratulations. Guys try, I got nothing else for you.
So in our minds, we're probably not going to lose this challenge. Of course, then we go on to lose the challenge. Classic, by half a millimeter or whatever.
That was a hell of a job. Yeah. Really good. Next challenge, do better.
I wasn't okay with it, but I was okay with it because I just don't think that I'm getting voted out this time. I know that's like, you know, you say it on camera and then you get voted out and then you look stupid, but the way to be safe in the long run is to get a solid group and to get the numbers that you have a majority vote.
I didn't hear what you just said.
You talk, Brandon. I would say first for him. Just because I feel like he would offer the least at the next challenge. Evan threw a Brandon out there. I can see it.
Last season, everybody kind of hit the ground at the same pace and was crawling before they started running. Here, everybody already knows exactly what the hell they're doing, and the scheming just starts from day one.
I mean, it's a long time now, and like, I don't want to like come out of the gate too hot.
A lot of people are just kind of looking to find a majority. I don't know who the majority is, but they're looking to find a majority and duck undercover. Now, I'm lucky enough to have at least, it seems like I have a majority, or at least 5 people, with Shubal, Chris, Evan, and Eric.
Do you want to vote out, Brandon?
I'm cool. I have a name that I would throw out, but only because of what happened in my season, and me and he were on opposite sides, which would be Ryan.
Oh, Ryan?
I brought up Brandon's name just because I didn't really work with him in my season, and then of course, who has to come in? Chris, with this master plan to get out his enemy, Ryan.
Ryan's
the
tall,
other guy.
goofy guy.
Yeah,
he was the other guy that ate. He was the guy that took a long time to be eating.
Oh yeah, okay. The one
So-
that's with Siona. This early in the game, you cannot go against Chris LeCompte because he is a guy that you need on your side early until you have numbers to take him out. If you're not on his side early, you're out, basically.
I'd be down to vote out Ryan, to be honest.
I'd be down with both.
I'm in a bad and a good position at the same time, depending on how I play it. I'm an easy out. I'm on the outside. I don't know anybody. I don't even know everybody's names.
So Ryan and Siona, like I'm telling you guys, they put on an act. And you see Siona. She's in everyone's beer all the time.
That's annoying as fuck.
Right?
You know, I need to try and get closer to these people, but not make any decisions. I need them to think that I'm just a number and I'm a follower. It's all about trust and trustworthiness. Everyone's a threat. I just want to make sure I'm not a threat to any of the threats. Because I'm a threat in my own right, but nobody knows it yet. And the longer they don't know it, the better off I am. I feel like you're being straight with me. I'm not worried. It's nice to have the idol too, because I don't have to worry. I feel like people are being more honest with me. Yeah. And I can definitely be really honest with people because I don't have to worry about
I mean, I'd be down for you to give it to me if that's what you're saying. Jordan, I trust, actually, because he showed me dependent, and that kind of really established trust right away. And he seems like a stand-up guy. He shook my hand, and it was a nice handshake. It was real firm. His hand was warm. His heart was content, and his smile was pure.
That's just why I don't trust Ryan, because as soon as he has the power to take out a big player and split up an alliance, he'll take the risk and do it. Whereas I want to play a more loyal game and just be able to trust people and, you know, make big moves, but not stab our own alliance. Ryan's going to go. Unless he can, you know, work some miracles, which don't put it by Ryan. It's going to be tough, but he's a good player. You can't put anything by anybody.
Everyone in my tribe like seems really, I guess, just excited to like be there and play again.
I think we should let Victoria take it home because it was her domino skills at the very end. There you go.
I think the first vote will definitely be kind of like an eye-opener because right now everyone's really like kumbaya, girl power, we all love each other, blah blah blah. And like, I don't know, I think the girls tribe is gonna get catty eventually.
Not that I'm defending him, but he, like, I like Chris Thomas. I like that he's an open asshole.
I don't think he's a bad person.
He's not an open asshole. He pretends like he's not an asshole. He doesn't pretend that. He pretends to me like he's not an asshole. He's an asshole.
We all go over to this like Asian restaurant bubble tea place where we were trying to get Nicole Senti to try out bubble tea for the first time.
Okay, whoever can get this bottle open wins.
Ashley and Sierra come in holding Blaze pizza, and I think like the mood kind of like darkens there because they're not allowed to eat their Blaze pizza inside of this Asian restaurant. So you know, Ashley's already kind of grumpy then. And then she said something about like the tapioca bubbles, something about like choking, and then Siona was like, mutters to me like, oh yeah, because she chokes on everything. And then I smile because I don't know what Siona just said, and I just smile and nod whenever I don't know someone says to me.
Siona like made a snide comment about it, and Ashley was like, Siona, if you gotta say something, say it to my face, blah blah blah. And it was really awkward and uncomfortable.
The whole table just gets like really quiet for like 5 seconds, and then Rebecca goes, so Nicole, how's your bubble tea? And Nicole goes, oh, I love the bubbles, they're great. I'm just like, holy shit.
Being on a tribe with Rebecca has its ups and downs. Obviously, she's still one of my best friends, and she and I wanted to be on a tribe, but I also like don't want to just cling to her and vice versa. I want to be able to, you know, expand my horizons.
Wait, I'll flop.
I, in general, get along with guys better, I think. So when you threw in the Secret Alliance, I was glad that I had that connection with another guy that I knew I could depend on, but also had an in to like what was going on in that tribe, which I think is going to be really valuable. Tried to talk to Alex. We've been talking about this for a while, and like got to North Campus. Couldn't find him. I called. He didn't answer, so I texted him. I was like, hey, it's Ash. Like, I'm waiting for you. Still hasn't answered, and we were supposed to meet at 5, and I gave up at 5:20. And it's now 5:50, and he still hasn't answered. So that's a little disappointing. It kind of sucks for him. He doesn't have any of the knowledge that I have going to tribal now, but that's his loss really at this point, so not mine.
You probably know that I know some people on the girls' tribe, and they all hate me. So.
Well, you put yourself as a hero, didn't you?
What else was what else was I supposed to do? It was just like such an easy thing to do to go to the hero side.
Why? When everyone knew you were in the village?
Exactly. Like, I don't know. That's just what I do.
My whole strategy is I feel like everyone that knows me that's playing probably doesn't like me and doesn't really want to align with me, so I'm trying to reach out to everybody that doesn't know me, and hopefully I can strike good relationships there.
Who are you close with on the girls' tribe?
On the girls' tribe? Well, me and Shannon are the only girls from my season.
She called me bruh, and I was like, where are you even from? Like New York or New Jersey? She's like, nah, I'm from Frederick. Turns out we live like less than like 5 miles down the road.
You from Frederick? No, I'm actually really glad that Chris Thomas messaged me on Facebook. I didn't think we would actually ever become an alliance when I started the game. I didn't know him at all. But I think this will definitely be useful because no one else knows I know him.
I'm a really loud, obnoxious person, which is why a lot of people don't like me. But I am trustworthy. I don't know, I guess you didn't see my season, but...
He said I'm trustworthy. But I honestly think he like means it in the way that only survivors can. He reminds me kind of Alex Pascal in that he won't try to backstab you. If he's gonna vote you out, he'll probably tell you to your face.
You have something to tell me, apparently?
Yes, or I'll show you.
Or show me.
The Paris twist was really cool when you brought it out. And then I looked at who I got and I was like, are you kidding?
Damn. Here's your comment.
Well, I got Chris L. And we have a lot of history. Like a lot. And I didn't know coming into it if I was willing to like work too much with him. Like I would be in an alliance with him, but I wasn't gonna promise him a final 2 or anything along those lines. But now that we're partners, we're planning on at least getting to the final 8 together so we can get that advantage, which means I'm gonna have to work closely with him.
I was definitely skeptical because I just thought that like we weren't like I didn't know what our status was based on everything that's happening between me and you, so I didn't know.
Holly, I think in hindsight is the best person that could have picked me. Having a scenario where I can be safe 2 tribals in a row, you can't buy that. So that is very enticing. Definitely makes me want to work with Holly.
My like order of people that I trust the most were like Shannon is like such a big one. She's like so far up, and I think us 3 need to talk.
Okay.
Especially if you're feeling like that on your tribe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I've also established a really good relationship with Shannon. She's definitely the person I trust the most in the game. I don't ever see myself backstabbing her.
So here's the thing. I will feel bad lying to her about anything. I don't know if I can do it.
You can tell her I was here, but you don't need to tell her that we
She's gonna ask though.
were partners.
I know she's just gonna ask, and I don't know if I can not tell her.
Can you try?
I can try. I just like it's not about that. It's just like
I'd be totally willing to work with Shannon. I like her. She's really nice. She's good at challenges. So for right now, I can work with her, but it worries me that her and Chris Chris said that they're best friends. So I don't know how that will play into the game later, if it's a final 2, like if I'm still working with Chris, if she wants to do something differently. I don't know.
Lying to her can literally, if I lie to her at all.
You don't have to lie to her, just don't say it.
Okay.
Like she left her sunglasses here.
Okay.
And she told me how she feels about him for tribe. And she doesn't know what to do, so she asked me to help.
I won't tell her. I'll lie because I don't think it helps me to tell her. I don't think it helps to tell anyone. Okay.
Mid-conversation with Chris, Shannon showed up to Chris's house. I was leaving and she was walking in, and we like awkwardly passed in the hallway, and we were just like, hey, like what's up?
Because now, you know how fucking sketchy that looks? Just
Yes.
like that.
But it's like trust me, it's so much less sketchy than you think.
It's really not though, because literally like no one in my tribe knows that we're friends. They're hanging out, and now she knows.
I know, but you have to understand. We just exchange a lot of information, and she literally feels the same way you do.
My strategy going into All-Stars is to make a lot of connections within not only my tribe, but the other tribe really early on, just so when a merge does hit, then I don't feel like I have to start over again.
She feels alone because apparently today, like a group of 7 of you went to the bathroom, and 3 of her and
The only reason I went to the bathroom is because of majority. No, I'm just telling.
I know, but are you gonna let me speak, or are you gonna keep talking over? That's my question. I want to diffuse this because I see you're mad at me. I see how I could have done that better.
Why are you telling her that I'm coming over here to talk though? Like I thought this was supposed to be like on the DL.
Like.
And then I find out you're telling people information left and right.
People who don't know Chris don't know that he really has a soft side. He's not like just that evil person that he might be like personified as in his season. Like he's really a nice person. And I know he plays really sneaky and tries to manipulate people, but I feel like I can trust him in this game.
I'm only telling you this because you are my best friend in the game and you're my best friend in life right now, because I would not do this unless it was you. Holly, not my name. That's why she's thinking.
I have her.
You have her.
That's why I wanted to talk to you and ask you how you. And I'm literally not telling him I wasn't going to tell him. Okay. Us four can work together.
So the second that you handed us our buffs and said guys versus girls, I was like, well, shit. I'm back to square one, losing the game again. I have absolutely no power starting off. But I did reunite with Chris Thomas.
The three of them, Evan, Micah, and Pascal, they were originally on the same tribe.
Oh,
so
really?
they were in the alliance throughout the entire game, whereas Brandon was on the other tribe.
If we try to like vote Alex or Evan out, I know that Chris Compton really likes Evan.
I know, but
that.
we
That's
brought
why
up
we're
Brandon, it's gonna
fucked.
put us at the bottom of the barrel, man.
I
It's gonna be
know.
the three of them and King and.
But I'm worried about Schubel right now.
If you're not playing this game 100%, you're not going to win. And so that's when I realized if I want to stay in this game, I need to talk to Chris LeCompte and really strategize and try to make a power duo.
For us to do anything, like obviously it's us, like you, me, Alex, we would need to grab Brandon and Schubel and then one more person. And unless we can sway Chris LeCompte and Eric.
Chris LeCompte and I have never really had the opportunity to work together. But this season, I think it would be tremendous. Him and I think, are the biggest strategy players in this game right now. And I think if him and I work together, we can really do some big things. We can really make it to the end. We can really show people up. And we can show that him and I are the true Survivor All-Stars.
So the easiest person for me would be Brandon.
I think he'd be pretty easy to hit.
But
I feel
what
like
did you guys talk about?
I didn't
What
talk
did-
to anything with Brandon.
When you guys walked back?
I didn't walk
Really?
with Brandon.
From the get-go, I threw Ryan's name out. You know, with the information that I gave them, they jumped on it. And at the same time, Ryan reaching out to me kind of throws a wrench in it all.
I think those four together.
Do you think that-
Evan and Pascal and Brandon and Micah.
I really don't want Ryan in the game long term. It's just tough now because I can tell he is reaching out and wanting to build this trust in me. I think it's genuine. I can obviously be wrong, but me and him, we were never aligned. I don't even know if we ever voted the same way at any one tribal in our season, so I didn't expect Ryan to do that.
I just want to like get rid of someone and just get.
I know. I'm trying.
I just
I'm
want
trying
to
to
know that
we
I'm
also,
not going home.
we also. You're not going home. That would be stupid.
Right now, it seems like me and Chris LeCompte have a lot of options, you know? We're trying to do that little 5 alliance. But even then, Alex Pascal seemed really sketchy there. Like, he wasn't saying much. He was kind of like, looked like a sketchy guy during the little meeting. It's like, just say something, like anything, any like feelings, but he just wouldn't say anything.
He also thinks that Pass was also sketchy, which we literally just said Pass will. I watched
You guys
him
don't feel
during.
comfortable with him?
He just makes me think like he's not like a straight shooter.
Do you want to vote him out?
I don't know.
Kind of puts me in a spot where I either have to keep to the plan where Ryan was our target or flip it on the least trustworthy of the 5 right away, which I don't want to do. Leaving Ryan in right now is scary. Leaving Alex in right now is scary. Ideally, they would be our first 2 out for me. Basically, it would mean I would have to take one way and then flop. And I don't know which way I want to go yet.
I think that at this point, it could be up to like me, you, King, and Jordan to pick a side. LeCompte and King, they're roommates, they're a power couple. They want to work with me as well. I obviously would trust Chris as far as I can throw him. Not at all. But King I trust, which is why my goal is to somehow get Chris out at one point, and that way King would end up being a double with me. I'm actually good friends with Chris and King, but I know Chris will stab me in the back in a heartbeat.
Like I understand like what we're gonna do.
I will do what you want to do this way because I am in no way definitive on what we should do.
I just feel like the safer move this week is so why not just take out Pascal this week and then the 5 of us have a 5-on-4. We can take out Ryan the next week.
It's a hard decision because it's the first vote, and Ryan's talked a lot about with me. He thinks that me and him could have a lot of power in the game. But do I want that power with him at the expense of a possible relationship with Evan? Like, I don't know. I feel like I, at this point, have been caught in the middle because I've just started to realize I don't know how that 5 that we had after. I don't know what the deal with that is.
I felt comfortable with it.
I did to a point, and I would really hate to be on the opposite side of this boat with you.
So Chris LeCompte came to me and said, "Here's the thing. I don't like my own plan. So you gotta here's my new one that you have to follow by, otherwise, you're gonna go home." I feel like in the game it's his way or it's no way. And he will not stop until you agree to the other thing.
Specifically people that were there when I threw out Ryan's name, they're really starting to not want to do that. Because they just don't trust Alex is what it comes down to. I'm telling you, that is very much what it comes down to. Is that they're just skeptical. As am I. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and say like,
I have nothing against Alex. I would work with him in a heartbeat because I know he's trustworthy and I know how to manipulate Alex. But everyone else sees exactly what I saw in him last season. For whatever reason, he has to throw off this weird little shady thing that everyone just wants him gone.
I will trust you so much more in this game after Alex is gone. I will be 100% straight up with you. I will trust you so much more once Alex is gone.
I was definitely pulling for Evan. I think he's a really good player. I feel like me and him, for however long, have wanted to start a Survivor Alliance, bromance, whatever you want to call it. He's a good kid. My biggest thing with Evan now is I would trust Evan way more in the game if Pascal is out of the game.
Like, why for you guys, specifically you, to like jeopardize any chance of working with anybody on that side? Like, why try and campaign to get it to be 5-5 or flip it to be 6-4? Like, why try and flip it?
It's just because I feel like I could be next because I was already brought up. And Alex and I were brought up together. He's gone, I'm next.
I really want there to be a solution, and I don't know how to do it right now.
I'm concerned that with Ryan taking out Alex this week, I'm next on his pecking order, which is not good to be first on anyone's pecking order.
That 5 is no longer a thing.
Oh.
So that's part of it.
Okay.
But did Brandon draw a name? That's what I want to know. Ryan. He said Ryan first?
Yes. I don't know. A lot has been said, and I feel like a lot is going to be drawn in the sand with who votes where. It's All-Stars, baby. Let's go.
Evan, what's it like to be back here at Tribal in this game for the first time?
I mean, it sucks to be back at Tribal just because no one likes to be at Tribal. But I would say I'm more comfortable than all these other old guys because I just did this 3 months ago, so I like to be anxious. Tubal's been like 3 years out or something like that. So,
Shubal, what's it like playing the gaming after 3 years?
I'm getting anxious on the walk over, and then being here, I'm starting to get angry. Because I remember how I was ordered out on the Jewish holiday, so all those old feelings are coming back.
You literally have a neck right now.
And yeah, no, I'm anxious even though I'm safe, which just makes me realize how real this game is.
Micah, what's the dynamic of this tribe like?
Obviously, like there could be like a season split. Like my season, we all just played really recently. We all know each other, and it's like that's people that you're comfortable with.
Alex, we're kind of Pascal. You guys come in with not only the numbers from your seasons, but also conflict, opposite sides, opposition, memories that are built from these seasons. Is it something where people are more likely to work together with someone from their season or conflict against each other?
It's kind of hard to tell. I mean, yeah, you can look at way people played in the past seasons. Like you can see, I don't know, maybe still not going. Maybe Chris and Ryan didn't seem that great last season, but I mean, I haven't seen any evidence of that so far. Yeah, and maybe you could think me and Evan were rivals last season, but again, I don't think there's been any evidence of it. So it's a completely different game. So it's really hard to substantiate those things that you see.
LeCompte, So there's 4 people from season 4. That's kind of the biggest grouping in this game. How does that play into the numbers on the tribe?
I mean, obviously that's the closest thing to a majority. That would be an easy way to quickly pick out someone on that tribe, you would think, but you have to take other things into account. I mean, we did have a challenge.
Shubal, what's your take on who really stood out at the challenge for different reasons?
I don't want to throw Ryan under the bus, but Fiona destroyed him. But
You
it
can't
wasn't
eat our chicken
necessarily
tenders.
wasn't necessarily Ryan's fault.
No, it's chicken or Ryan.
It wasn't Ryan's fault necessarily. Like Fiona just did really well as opposed to Ryan doing poorly. But I wouldn't say that was his best performance. And on the good end, I thought Micah killed it on the dominoes. You were literally one flick of the wrist away from winning that.
So Ryan, you got pointed out as someone who took a long time in the challenge. I mean, do you think that could be a reason you go, or do you think that this game is just not going to be based on challenges in that way?
I think that there's a lot of factors that play into it, and there's a lot of strategizing behind closed doors.
Eric, what kind of targets? Ryan's been brought up for the challenge. What are some other reasons that people can be targeted at tonight's game?
I mean, it's also a social game in Survivor, so maybe if someone's giving you a bad vibe or something, or you might see someone as a big threat later on that you might just want to take out early. There's a lot of things that contribute to the vote, just besides how performance in the challenge. But the challenge performance is huge, especially early on in the game.
How do you figure out who to go after tonight?
I feel like there's always tribals down the road where you're going to say, oh, this is the hardest tribal yet. But I feel like the first one is pretty hard because it can impact, your original, the people you start working closely with. People think they're set and they're good and they can be confident coming into the tribal, and those are the people that can go on. So you can think what you want, but until the votes are read, you literally don't know what's going to happen.
All right. It is time to vote. Shubal, we're going to let you go first since you are safe tonight. Shubal, you're up.
Fuck the marker. Fuck. My crap. Oh, it's right there. I found it. We're good. We're good.
My vote tonight is for Pascal. I think that from the second I met you, that you were a little sketchy.
I'm voting Ryan out. That seems to be the way the tribe is going. I'm not looking to make myself an enemy by opposing it. Plus, he seems kind of shifty from what I've seen. So, hopefully I don't get fucked tonight. I really hope I don't get blindsided.
There can only be one.
Shubal, you can hand over your safety. You can toss it. You can hand it. Shubal is no longer safe after this vote, but he is safe for this week. Alright. Once the votes are out, the decision is final. Person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Alex Pascal. Ryan. It's 1 vote Alex Pascal, 1 vote Ryan, 8 votes left. Alex Pascal. Pascal. It's 3 votes Pascal, 1 vote Ryan. Pascal. Pascal. We're at 5 votes Pascal, 1 vote Ryan, 4 votes left. First person voted out of Survivor Maryland All-Stars. Pascal. That's 6. That's enough tonight. tribe has spoken. All right, it's not very often we get a unanimous vote in Survivor Maryland. Could bode well for your tribe, but we still get to see where things lie. So get yourselves together. That's it. Good.
Stay tuned for scenes from our next episode.
Hey everybody, I am back. Before I get into the preview for next episode, I just want to go over a few things. First of all, and above all, thank you to everybody for your support, for your commentary, for your feedback, your posts, your likes, everything you guys have done to support this show over the years. Some of you have been in this journey with me since the very beginning when I started 6 years ago with this show. It means so much to me. It means so much to the players, and it makes it so much fun for all of us. And I hope for you all too. I hope this is the culmination of a lot of hard work. This is the culmination of thousands of hours, literally, maybe more, of work for me over the years. And I'm really proud of it. I know that was a tough vote to swallow, one of our biggest characters in the history of the show. But I hope you can see the potential that this season has, and I don't think it's going to disappoint you. So give this video a like, tweet about it using the hashtag Survivor Maryland, post it on where you talk about Survivor. Definitely comment below, and also we always do. We have a set of polls that you can vote in below. So I'll put those up, a link in the info section, and check out polls to vote on the episode, who you like, dislike. It's always fun to track that over time. Also, we're going to do a live show with some fan guests coming on to talk about this premiere right after this. If you're watching it close to the release time, we're going to do it at 9:30 tonight Eastern time, so check that out. And finally, the plan right now is to release all these episodes weekly. I'm going to stick with Monday for now. Bear with me. I've really done a lot of work to get everything set up and going for the season, and I'm in a really good spot. But life happens sometimes, so just bear with me if we have to delay or push things back a little bit. I'm going to try not to do that. I know it's been a long wait, but follow along. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Like the Survivor Maryland Facebook page. And follow me on Twitter at Ostentatious with 2 S's. I have a ton of extra content, extra videos. So I'm going to try to post that as we go. So check out the Facebook page, Twitter, YouTube for that. And with all that said, thank you guys again. See you all in the comments, and see you later tonight if you're watching for the live stream. So hope you enjoyed the first episode, and here's a look at episode 2.
Next time on Survivor. On the girls' side, old enemies reunite.
Like, there's no hard feelings for you going into this. I just want you to know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm so glad.
Yeah, like.
And one Chris questions the power of the other.
It's a good way to put this. Don't have the balls to make a move on him yet.
Well, first one voted out. I guess it had to be someone, but I just feel kind of bad for. I know Evan was the one who misspelled my name there, clearly, but shit happens. I guess it's a sign of flattery that they think I'm dangerous, or maybe they think I'm sketchy. Well, I really don't care at this point. A little bit too early in the game to get really attached to it. But I mean, it is what it is. Disappointing, but no philosophical soliloquies this time around.